I don't even know if I could get all of this in one clip, but we shall see. I apologize now if you hear the fan going. I got a fan right here in front of me. Oh, so I will. Things are shifting, things are changing, things are different. New season, new classroom, new burdens, new responsibilities. All things new, right? Everything new. I was going to wait to record this message tomorrow, but Holy Spirit dropped it on me. Like I just got finished cleaning the bathroom, showering, all that stuff. Holy Spirit's like, do it now. I ain't even okay, but nevertheless, right? So I mentioned to Married to Purpose that this particular week here that Holy Spirit instructed me for us to take a week off for all of us, not just myself, to be at the Father's feet, to keep our ears close to his mouth. Thank you, Holy Spirit, just to know what we can expect and what he's how he's going to be instructing us and leading us, finishing out the last quarter of 25. He's been speaking to me about giving out new keys. These can be keys, and I mentioned this on bedroom meetings. These can be new keys that you once had access to. Maybe the enemy stole these keys or stole this access. Maybe the Lord closed the door. Maybe you mishandled it. But new keys are being given in this season. So the last quarter, these last 4 months, September through December, this is how Holy Spirit is leading us to, like I said, just finish out this year, right? And be intentional and be prepared for 2026, right? So I just got another download of an awkward space that I've been sitting in. I mentioned that I wanted to start being more intentional about my weight loss journey, right? And I wanted to start vlogging that, like real time. This is why you got to sit with God when he's instructing you and leading you a certain way, because what you think he's saying, probably 99.9999% of the time, that ain't even what he's saying. So imagine Holy Spirit giving me a download to start vlogging real time my weight loss journey from what I'm taking, what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, my failures, my accomplishments, like all of that, right? Just being vulnerable and raw. Well, he makes it make sense today. It was never the weight loss journey. Not saying I'm not still doing that, but it was never the weight loss journey. It was more so what was expected for this new season in this new classroom. Real-time vulnerability, real-time rawness, real-time feelings, real-time walking this thing out. But this new classroom is, and I don't want to give too much of it because this will be for bedroom meetings and Married to Purpose. This new classroom, I don't know if I like it better when I'm in something and don't know what I'm in, and then I'm kicking and screaming the whole way because I don't have language for it, or I get language and now I'm held accountable for what I know because now I got to handle it differently, knowing what that thing is. They both equally carry a burden. They both equally just are heavy and gruesome in some way, shape, or form. So I was in this space where I had no language for it. And I've been briefly speaking about this. Like I know I'm in something. I don't like it, but I don't know what this is. And I know enough about the Lord. He's taught me enough to sit with even what I don't know, what I don't like. Like it don't make sense when it's time to make sense. Well, let's just say by today, it all made sense. Now I have a different level of grief knowing what this thing is, and I'm now held accountable for how I steward it, knowing that I know what this thing is. Does that make sense? Married to Purpose, we have been speaking a lot about Solomon, like the wisdom of Solomon, right? If you guys don't know much about Solomon, I encourage you to read up on his character. Solomon not only was the wealthiest and wisest king, the wisdom that he had, he also speaks about everything being meaningless. He's like, and I'm paraphrasing, he's like, human manly wisdom, none of that matters, none of that compares to divine wisdom, that wisdom that only comes from the Lord. But even when you get wisdom from the Lord, it's everything else is meaningless, because now you're grieved with having wisdom from the Lord. You're grieved with knowing what the Lord knows. You're grieved with the veil being pulled back, and you have an insight of that. You have a knowledge of that. You have an understanding of that. So that divine wisdom carries grief. It carries burdens. Like it will have your spirit vexed for knowing what the Lord knows. So this new classroom, this new space for the two communities that I will be pouring into. Last time I was instructed, help me Holy Spirit, the last time I was instructed to be open and vulnerable going through something real time was like pre-pandemic. The assignment that I had, I was actually going through it while I was speaking about it. For the last 5-6 years, it has been me out of it and speaking about it, right? I knew something was up because a few nights ago I had a dream that I saw something. I just had this knowing in a dream that I saw something, but I knew that it was a different perspective. Whatever I was viewing, I had enough knowledge in the dream, a knowing in the dream that this is a different point of view. Imagine, thank you, Holy Spirit, you're watching a movie, right? The movies that we watch, we only see one camera angle. We don't know what's going on between the crew, the cameraman. We don't even know what's going on 2 feet away from the scene that we have insight for. So it could be a lot of extras, even that, thank you, Holy Spirit. It could be a lot of extras, a lot of extra things going on that we have no knowing about, no knowledge about. We only see one point of view when we watch television or watch a movie. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord had been, he dropped it in my spirit maybe about a week or so ago with this different point of view in my dream. I didn't know what that meant, but I'm like, it's something. It ain't even a something that I thought it was. But I say all of that to say, between bedroom meetings and Married to Purpose, I will be now, I'm just going to keep it real, burdened with sharing something that I'm currently going through. This does pertain to the marriage restoration stories. The Lazarus love story. I've also been instructed, and I'm going to make a more formal video, but I've also been instructed by the Lord as of probably September 15th, but somewhere mid-September, I will be closing enrollments for Married to Purpose. So there's no more getting in, getting out. Probably 99, maybe 95% of the community in Married to Purpose stays in there, or they've been in there for like a year plus. Every now and then you'll get somebody to come in for 1 month and fall off, and come in for another month and fall off. It could be a number of reasons, but I've been instructed by Holy Spirit to close enrollments by mid-September. I will give you guys a more definite date, and the enrollments are going to be closed off for the last quarter of 25. You will not be able to get into Married to Purpose until 2026, okay? Again, I will make another message about that, a more formal message, but between now, I don't even have my watch on. I ain't got my jewelry on, nothing. What's today's date? I think it's like the 24th, 25th, something like that. It might be the 25th. Between now and mid-September is when you have access to be able to enroll with Married to Purpose. I was about to say bedroom meetings, meshing it together. Okay, Holy Spirit, what you doing? After that, you will not be able to enroll. It'll be closed off. So even if you're currently in now and happen to get out for whatever reason, if it's after that deadline, the way I've been instructed to do it, you will not be able to get back in until 2026. And I don't even know. I have a feeling, but I don't even know if we're going to continue to move forward with that. That only each quarter, every new quarter you can enroll. After the deadline is up, you can't enroll again until the next quarter. I feel like, I haven't heard this, but I'm starting to discern possibly that Holy Spirit may be doing it that way for how he's moving amongst the community, moving amongst the group. I'm looking forward to it with these new keys and so forth. But you can expect, especially in bedroom meetings. Now, that's a part of YouTube, okay? So if you guys come into the community with bedroom meetings, this is where I will be sharing real time something that's transpiring, something that's unfolding. So again, that weight loss journey that I thought he wanted me to vlog is it's not necessarily a vlog, but I guess it'll kind of be like a vlog series. So it's still part of the Lion's Den, let me say that. This will be, again, from the standards perspective. I told you the Lion's Den is not for the weak, not for the faint of heart, not for those that are sensitive, not for those that are in their feelings, not for those that are easily triggered. Like the Lion's Den is like a whole nother master's, you going to get your master's, right? You going to not just your regular degrees. This is like you going to school again. Oh gosh, again, I don't know if I'm excited that I now know what this is, or I'm more disturbed knowing what this is and knowing that I'm now held accountable for knowing what this is, and knowing he's testing my heart and expecting me to sit in this and steward this and endure this completely differently. Oh, but that's what you guys can expect in bedroom meetings and Married to Purpose. Yeah, let me get back to doing what I'm doing. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have an amazing Sunday. Please pray about it first. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Before enrolling in either, please pray about it first and make sure the Lord is giving you the okay.